Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, one of the great venues in all of college football and home to the Tennessee Volunteers. And this crowd knows that when the balls run through the tee, they are in for a show. And only in Tennessee do you get a sight like this. Not only are the end zones checkered, so too the crowd, a mirror image to prove that they will give their all for Tennessee. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Tennessee Volunteers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Gamecocks will kick it away first. Fair catch called for and made. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will have the first possession of the game. This has an old school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Matthews. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He makes the connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. And the Vols have this offense rolling. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
And this was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Going up top on first down. Finds his tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge, and that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, South Carolina. The defense with the scoop and score.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The give to the tailback. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Lewis. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now he's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. Keeps it and gets the first down. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And the Volunteers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will go to work for the first time. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I'm taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Looking deep down the right side. The receiver was doubled and they picked it off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. A first down for the offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Collins. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Vols have pushed it inside the 20. Out of the gun, the inside give. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Matthews. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that, they've taken the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
They're working that left side, and he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive results.
Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll go right back to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Holds and fires complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Throws for the tight end. And that pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. The 40. The 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Quarterback empties his backfield. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Showing the arm strength to the left. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Vols will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Quick strike complete. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find the rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. Caught at the 25. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance. He's off to the races. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. He's got it. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. He wants to throw. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string it.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board. Right, and the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 4th down, going to the air. Looking for the end zone. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
Just about set for the second half kickoffs. Bringing it back. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Defense has them pinned back, and listen to this crowd roar. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Pressure coming. Grab behind the line. It's Cox. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Volunteers! Now they'll try the two-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. He wants to throw it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the draw. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And the Volunteers are on the move. With the run on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second and goal for this offense. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need one more yard on third down. Touchdown ball! They take the lead with the 6. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for blockers. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Trying play action. That's caught. It's Wilcox. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. A fair catch is called for. It'll give him great field position. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Fires complete on the crosser. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. He's looking to throw it. Going for it all. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. Third and long coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Staley. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. First down here for the offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And stampeding through the defense. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring.
After that incompletion on third and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach, because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on fourth down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just
Sends it downfield. He's got it down the left. Nothing but green ahead. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, South Carolina. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
I think Jesse and Reese can call offensive plays for any team. If they're having this much success on the ground, it starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, the defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on 3rd down. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee! They move on top here in the 4th. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're just about ready to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. And the Gamecocks in the hurry up.
And that's good enough for a first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Lofts one deep down the right side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. He's going to pass. Fires it incomplete.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been for the...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally, they come up with a sack.
The inside handoff. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Oh, the attempt is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, Dave?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The Vols will keep this drive going. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. On a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happened.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.